was fulfilling, and now it's all gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I could make new friends, but it's not easy for me. So,
are you able to keep in touch with your old friends?
some, but they're mostly all teachers like me, and pretty new into the school year. They're all busy, and I do call and I try to catch up on my students and see how they're doing and what progress they're making. Get the local gossip from the school. And that's great, but I know that they're busy. They have lesson plans to do and papers to correct and families to take care of, and so we don't talk very long. And it's great to talk to them, but then when I get off the phone, it's almost worse because it reminds me of what I had and what I don't have.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you definitely miss some of that, the life you had.
I miss it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret coming out here. I know it was the right decision, but I just didn't envision it being like this, I guess, which was stupid. I should have maybe known. I don't know.
It's hard to know those kinds of things. Yeah.
I guess, but when you work most of your life and then suddenly you're not going to have a job, but I thought, I'll be in a new place, there's so much more to do there, and I love being outdoors, and there's every possible outdoor activity you can imagine in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful here, and I thought, well, I'll have more time to do the things that I haven't had time to do, But then I just got here, and the first month was fine because I had a lot to do, to get settled in the house. And it's a new house. I had to get drapes, and we got new furniture and stuff. And that was fun, because we didn't have much money when we got married, and so we kind of got a lot of hand-me-downs and stuff, and we've never put a lot of money into things. And so we still had a lot of 80s furniture, and we just decided, let's leave the 80s in Duluth, and we'll get new stuff. So that was really fun. It was fun to pick out new furniture and new artware and stuff, artwork, and there was just a lot to do when you get to a new place to reestablish things. So I was busy. I did a lot of shopping and organizing, and those are things I enjoy doing. I never got to choose my own furniture before, so that was really fun. And then that all got done, and now I have this beautiful house, and there's nobody to share it with, and I finished it all, and then it was sort of like, okay, now what? I don't know what the what is. I don't know what to do. So it's totally true. I know there are things I could do that I would enjoy. I just can't, like I said, do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. It seems like I should be able to. I'm a grown woman. Why can't I just walk out the door and take a walk? Why can't I, go to a new yoga class? Why can't I do that? I can't seem to make myself do it.
It does seem like you are doing the best that you can, at least in this moment.
Just being here, that doesn't seem like much.
That's a great first step. Truly. You should be really proud of yourself for doing that.
say, so I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure it doesn't feel like a celebration moment for you.
No. But it was hard to come, so.
Yeah. So how have you been sleeping and eating? Is your mood kind of interfering with those aspects of your life?
Well, I'm not sleeping very well. I mean, sometimes I go right to sleep, but then I wake up and I start thinking about everything, and then I can't get back to sleep. And then sometimes I can't get to sleep because, and then I end up being tired the next day, so I think I'll just take a little power nap, right? And then I wake up like 4 hours later, and the afternoon is gone, and I've slept it away, and I feel guilty for doing that, and it's just like I'm caught on this hamster wheel, except it's going like at this speed, and I can't get off, and I can't speed up, and I don't understand it. I've never ever been like this in my life. I don't get it.
Yeah, you've never had any experience like this before?
No, I mean I haven't had a perfect life. I never really fit into school very well. I never had a lot of friends, but I managed, you know. I mean, I worked really hard in school because it didn't come easily for me. So I studied, and I would find things that I could do by myself, like, you know, crafts and stuff like that. I was on a gymnastics team for a while, and I did well at that. But I've never felt like I didn't know where to go or what to do or how to get there, or I've never couldn't get out the door because I always had someplace to go. I had something that I needed to do, and now there's nothing that I need to do. There's
maybe like a lack of purpose, would you say that? Or
yeah, definitely. And I've taught school for most of my life.
and it sounds like you really cared about your kids too, to be checking in on them.
Yeah, I love those kiddos and the staff. I mean, it was a small school, and most of the kids, unlike here, from what I understand, they started in kindergarten and went through to 5th grade. You know, there wasn't a lot of in and out and movement, and so you got to watch the kids grow up. You know, and that was really special, and I knew the staff well, and I fit more there than I've ever felt like I fit before, you know. I had friends on the staff that I did things with outside of school, and I felt like I was making a difference with the kids, and I started an after-school choir with the upper grades. And
wow, that's wonderful. Really great for them to have you there.
yeah, I just loved it there, and I knew I would miss it. I knew I would miss it, but I just, I guess, kept looking at the bright side of things, which is my nature. Then I got here, and I don't know, I just felt like after that first month, the floor just dropped out from under me, and I can't find my way back up.
It does sound really hard.
It is really hard. I just hope you can help me find the way. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it as much as we can and figure it out. So, I guess my other question is, how is your health been? Is that impacting your mood in any way? Is that like a factor?
Oh, I've always been very healthy.
That's good.
Take my multivitamin. I still do that.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. can you tell me any more about your husband? Because it seems like he's been really great for you during this time.
Well, he has, but he's kind of an overwhelm because it's a big job to set up a new branch like this, and so he's just like kind of going in 100 directions at once and putting in long days. I think I said that, and
Yeah.
so when he comes home, I mean, I want him to then have a respite to come to, to be able to just let go and relax and have an enjoyable time and put all that back. So I try not to let him see how I'm feeling. And so the days I'm not that successful at that are the days when he will, call them my dark days, because he can tell I'm not feeling up to speed. And I know he feels bad that he can't be home more. He tries, but it's just a huge job, and I guess that's why he wanted me to come here, because he felt like he couldn't be the kind of support that I needed. So he encouraged me, even though I was nervous about it, but I guess as much for him as for me, because I did it because I don't want to be a burden, and I don't want him to feel to blame for this, because when we made the decision to come out here together, I knew I was leaving my job. I mean, it was something we both wanted, and I don't want him now to feel like he has done this to me somehow, because he hasn't. This is on me. I just don't know. I don't know how it happened or how to get out of it. I feel like I don't know anything.
Sounds like you have so much compassion for him. Really, to be kind of protecting and hiding the sadder parts of yourself so that he can be comfortable.
Well, yeah, it's what you do for someone you love. And
yeah. But also hard on you too, I'm sure.
Maybe, I don't know, it might be harder to talk about it, or I don't know, at least for that time I'm faking it. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. It's that saying, fake it till you make it. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's helping me to have at least a couple hours in the day where I'm not so down, even if it's not genuine. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I don't know anything right now. It's just, everything's a mess. Well, I'm a mess.
You do seem very self-aware too of your feelings, as painful as they are.
Kind of hard not to be.
Yeah.
When you can't get yourself out the door to go for a freaking walk. Pretty hard to ignore that.
Yeah.
So what do I do? I mean, I don't.
So I guess my question is like what your goals are.
My goals are.
I heard you say you like to go out and do things and you want to have purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can think of that?
Well, I mean, I'd like to have a life. I had a life. I don't have a life now. My calendar is blank. I have no friends. I have no job. I have no activities. And I'm not blaming anybody for that. It's all been my choice. It's even my choice not to go to the yoga class I looked up on the internet. It's my choice not to walk out and take a walk. But my goals, yeah, I need to be again.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be me again.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So making friends would probably be super helpful for having a place to be and
Yeah,
somewhere to go.
I mean, I've spent all of my childhood until I started teaching really not having many friends. So that is a state that I am used to. But I always had something to do. I had school, I had studies, I had work, I had, and when I had all that, then there wasn't that much downtime that I had to fill.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I like to do crafts and stuff and that I could do by myself, and I still could. I haven't had the time to do that sort of stuff for a long while now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like now I have the time and I don't have the energy or the wherewithal or I don't know what it is that I need, but I need something because it's just not happening.
Yeah. So maybe you're kind of used to being a little bit more by yourself, but you definitely have always had like a lot of activities and structure to your day.
Well, through college, yes, but then once I got my job, then I was with people all day long. I was in the classroom, I was with the staff, I had friends in Duluth. We had friends through his bank. I had friends through the school, and I had friends, that I met in the choir, and I went to choir once a week, and I had my yoga class once a week, and my life was full, and now it's just empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's void of anything that resembles a life. I mean, reading and napping and watching television is not a life. It's
You said you looked up yoga. Is that something you're interested in?
Well, I took yoga classes, like I said, in Duluth, and I liked them. I'm not great at it, but I've been getting better, and I know it's good for my body. And but I never had many friends, and I'm not very good at making friends, and I'm horrible at going into strange groups of people. So, I looked up the yoga classes, but then I imagined myself walking in the door to a room full of people who've probably been taking the class for weeks and know each other, and if one of my friends from yoga in Duluth were going with me, that would be different, but there's not. There's just me who never fits in and who doesn't know how to. And
what do you think it would feel like to walk through the door of that yoga class by yourself?
Totally scary, totally uncomfortable. I would feel like I always feel, like I'm not going to fit in, like I'm not going to know what to do, like people aren't going to like me, like I won't know what to say, I won't be as good as the other people in the class. I mean, those tapes are in there from my growing up days, and I didn't feel like that when I was teaching. But I'm not teaching now, so.
Those are a lot of negative thoughts to be playing to yourself.
Yeah, well,
you said they were from when you were growing up?
experience growing up.
Mm.
I never fit in very well. I was a little overweight in grade school. That didn't help matters. I was shy. Never been good at like, oh hi, my name's so and so. I don't do that well. I still don't do that well. So I just, it's like, you know, it's like they say, you know, once you ride a bicycle, you'll always know how to ride a bicycle. I think the same thing goes for situations like that. When you've experienced that for, 18 years, like I did, more probably, it becomes ingrained and it's hard to let go of. I haven't really thought about it for years because I've been so happy at the school I was at. I mean, it took me a while at the school too, because like I said, I'm not outgoing, but little by little, you start working with your team of teachers and you're planning together for your grade level, and I don't know, I felt like they were my people, we had something in common that
You were working together on something.
yeah, and we had common interests and common goals, and they didn't know me from school. They met me as a teacher, which is somebody that has accomplished something, not somebody who's always trying to accomplish something and not exceeding very well, so.
It's true. And it sounds like you were a good teacher too.
I hope so. I'd like to think so.
Yeah. And it's good to know that you are able to make those really great friendships, even though it's painful now.
It's not easy. It's not easy for me. I mean, I was never comfortable at those bank things that I'd have to go to sometimes. Oh. But we did meet Cheryl and Dave through the bank, and those are the people in Portland, so.
Yeah. How have you gotten through those bank events?
Mostly I stay in the corner, or else, sometimes they're dinners, then I don't really have to say much. And Hal's really good about, he doesn't make me go to a lot of them, just because he knows I don't really
Right.
like it very much. And over time, I think maybe, Christmas parties were easier somehow, because, I don't know, somehow there's just so much joy at that season that it made it less intimidating, so I always felt more comfortable at those, and that's when I actually met Cheryl and Dave, and I mean, I guess I've gotten better at it over time when I think back to what I was in college. It's still not easy, but I have gotten better at it. It's just